So like you just said, my name is Nick Jackson, and I connect high school students to volunteer opportunities. This is something that's very important to me, so I'm going to ask you all not to speak while I'm talking. Pay attention to what I'm saying, and I hope you get as much out of this as the rest of your classmates have today. Now, a couple years ago, I used to play college football. My college coach was Mr. Cordini. Mr. Cordini was a loud, outgoing, crazy white dude that looked like he was 70 when he was 25. I've never in my life met a guy like him. There's something about him that just gets you pumped up. Now, he's you guys' assistant principal. He was my coach. So all the yelling and stuff that whatever you could have thought of him doing here at Kings High School, put it on the college football field, multiply it times 10. Whenever he told us to do something, it was something that not only did we do, but it was something we were proud to do because we believed in our coach. He was that kind of a dude. One of the things that he told us to do was he wanted us to go into the community in which my school was in, and he wanted us to serve the people in that community. The first thing I thought was, who are you to tell me what to do with my free time? I mean, I'm a college kid. I didn't do this in high school. I'm a good kid. I don't do a lot of bad stuff. Who are you to tell me what I am or am not supposed to do with my free time? Until I did it. I took the time, I picked something, I went out there on faith, and I really fell in love with it. I did it to the point where I couldn't go a week without trying to find what was going on in the community that I could get involved in. And then when I became a coach, I coached at Highlands High School. When I became a coach, I was leading men. I was in a position where I was leading people, and I remembered what Mount St. Joe taught me through Coach Cordini. And I told them, okay guys, here's the deal. If you want to play next year, I want you all to do service. Mandatory service. We're going to serve the community. A couple of guys got together and they said, I don't want to do it or whatever. And they said, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it with you. And we waited until after the season. It was Christmas time. I went into my neighborhood and they do this thing called Holiday Hands. Now, I think it's called Holiday Hands. Anyways, what we do is we take gifts, we pack them up, and we send them to people who usually don't get Christmas gifts. Now, in the beginning, if you've ever been to Highlands, anybody here ever heard of Highlands, Kentucky? Raise your hand. All right, we got a solid football team. One of the best football teams in the nation. When I was coaching there, we were ranked in the top 25 in the nation 5 times. And I was there for 5 years. Matter of fact, we were in the top 10 in the nation twice. We've sent more people to Division I colleges than any school, any public school in the state of Kentucky. We are one of the biggest schools to send kids to college scholarships, even in Ohio. We're not even in Ohio. The kids that I was working with, these are higher, upper echelon, pretty smart, well-to-do kids. Most of them get Christmases. They're like, why would I want to come to your neighborhood and do something for some people I don't know? But they did. First house we went to, I'll never forget it. I walked to the house, we knocked on the door, and this lady opened the door. She was a white lady, she was a little shorter than me. And behind her, there was 3 kids. Everybody in there was wearing dirty clothes. On this table that they had in the middle of the living room was this jar of peanut butter that was open, and there was a plastic knife in it. There was kids around the jar of peanut butter, and they were rejoicing. They were having so much fun because today we get to eat. So they were in there eating this peanut butter, and we come to the door, and they didn't know what we were coming to the door for, because at this time, this Christmas, there was a lot of people who were getting evicted from their homes, and they didn't know if that's what we were doing. They were a little worried. We come in bearing gifts. We dropped these gifts on the floor, and these kids went nuts. If I could tell you the look on their faces when they saw that their name was on a gift, if I could explain to you what it was like for those kids as they ripped through that freaking paper to pull out little things like MP3 players that we throw away. Things like a pair of Jordans that we expect our parents to buy for us. They were so excited. They got their presents, they opened their presents up, and they were showing them to each other, and they were just so pumped up that they ran up and they were hugging us. They were so excited to just be a part of Christmas because they have never been a part of receiving on Christmas. Then when we were done with that, we asked the mom, we were like, excuse me, man, what's the peanut butter for? And she said that they had enough money to go to Kroger's and get a small thing of peanut butter. and this was going to be breakfast, this was going to be lunch, and this was going to be dinner. Now, I'm not dissing peanut butter, and I know that there's people in this community right here that struggle. There's people in this community right here, right now, that struggle. There's people in Kings, Loveland, Mason, Landon, Lebanon that struggle. In this particular instance, my students have never seen this, but I know it goes on. And so we said, as a group, what more can we do for this family? We ended up going to Kroger's and getting them a Kroger card. And we came back, we presented this Kroger card for them, and his mom just started crying. She's going to be able to provide a good dinner for her family for at least one night. Now, before I did this when I was in college, I thought to myself, now, why would I do this? What do I do that actually makes a difference? Why would I care about other people? I mean, even right now, in this auditorium, I have people that don't care about what I'm talking about. There's people in here right now that can't shut their mouth long enough just to pay attention. In the real world, in life, there's too many people like this. There's too many people in the world that don't care about what else is going on. Do not be one of those people. If I was one of those people, I would have never seen those kids' faces that day. I would have never in my life been able to see those faces of those kids that were so happy, so jubilant, so excited to be able to get a good meal. This opportunity that you guys have with your 75 hours, take it seriously. There's some of you guys in here that probably haven't done anything yet. That's fine. You have today. You got tomorrow. There's some of you guys in here that probably think, you know what? This sucks. Who are you to tell me what to do with my free time? Do not let your ignorance keep you from understanding what's going on outside. You're going to figure out one way or another. Be somebody who can serve. Be someone who can help out. Be someone who can take that stance. Be someone who can go out there on faith and find something that you might seriously be able to help someone in. And do that to the best of your ability. And if we all, everyone in here, look around. If everyone in here took their 75 hours, just think how many people we can feed. Think how many people we can help. Think about how many people we can serve. Don't be a person that doesn't see themselves as much. Because I'm telling you, I don't care how much of a screwball you might be, there's somebody out here that you can help. Right now, you might be helping yourself with recognition. But in the world, we can use your influence. There's a kid somewhere that looks up to you. You acting like a nut doesn't help them at all. Be somebody who can help your neighbor because we need you. This isn't a situation where we're joking around. This is not funny. People are dying of hunger right now. There's kids that need mentors. We're reading at an all-time low. We need your help. Take your 75 hours seriously and make that a minimum of service. I expect you to go out there and find something that you are actually interested in. Matter of fact, this weekend, for the first time, I went to a mountain bike trail with some kids that don't even have bikes. We went up and down this mountain bike trail. We made these trails from top to bottom. We made a mile of mountain biking trails. And these kids, not only did they get to participate in making this mountain better than what it was, cleaning up trash and doing things of that nature, we also gave them some bikes. These are the kind of things that you have to be in the know to know about. Someone has to tell you about these kind of things because they're just not out in the open. With this sites, we put you in the know. Get on ugive.org. Check it out. Find something that you could possibly love. I love to work with kids. I love to come here and talk to you guys. Even though there were some people that were being disrespectful, I love you. I love coming and spending my time with you. And actually, when I was at Hughes High School, one of the kids raised their hand and they're like, what if you do all this work and you go to these schools and you tell them about serving and then they don't do anything? What if they take what you say? You could be out there doing other things, making good money, doing something else. And then they take what you say and they throw it on the trash like everything else. What happens is you waste your time on me, is what the kid was saying. And I told him, dude, there's never any way in the world I'm going to be wasting my time on you. Because you don't know how powerful you are. You have no idea the kind of influence you have. You have no idea. Just like, because this dude, he ran in a gang. Just like your gang, when you walk down the street, you have power. Just think if you guys are doing something right. Just think if your gang were to get together with other gangs, and instead of doing the things that you're doing right now, which was probably slinging dope and trying to get in fights with other people, if you guys were to come together for the good, just think what you could do. And that's worth every second of me speaking. Matter of fact, I wish I could do it more. So I'm going to tell you this one more time. With your 75 hours, if you haven't started, that's fine. Get on UGIVE.org, find something you can get into. But get out there and find your passion. Find something where you can help other people. Because there was people in your life, I promise you, that have motivated you to get to where you are right now. And there will be other people that help you get to the next level. Look back and help out these kids. Now next, Joe Hansborough is going to come to the mic. He's going to talk to you about this site.